getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And the basket by Curry.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Barnes kicks to Griffin.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Blake Griffin. Terrific year last season for him. He averaged about 24 points per game last year, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. And it's the kind of run we've seen from him so many times in the past.
But no matter how many times we do see him have a stretch like this, Steve, it still leaves us shaking our heads in amazement and admiration.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Douglas Roberts comes in for Matt Barnes. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Farmar in for Paul.
As soon as the double team came, he immediately looked to find the open man.
And the Warrior ownership group bought the team for a then record $450 million back in 2010. But the team was recently valued, Steve, at $800 million.
Well, some of that is winning, some of that is the new CBA, but regardless, I mean, they've doubled their season ticket base to over 14,000, and they've actually cut it off there. There's a waiting list now to buy season tickets.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Curry dishes to Iguodala. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 14 points for Iguodala.
You know, they've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
From deep, Curry's shot is off.
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down again. He did make 2 in the first half.
Warriors leading by 7. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Pulls up from the corner. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Iguodala's got 16.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
And Douglas Roberts kicks to Griffin. And they get it. Good D by Lee.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Again, Curry missing. The Clippers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
To the wing right side. Kept alive. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been kept to just. .5 points in the basket from Hawes.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Iguodala gets the bucket.
Looks like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Here's Griffin. Good. And Farmar gets the assist. And that's 15 points for Blake Griffin. Timeout called the Warriors.
I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, It'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the back. Reggie Bullock is out there with Udo, and it's Hawes in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Poked loose, and that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Curry with it. He's picked up by Paul. Golden State moving it around. Barnes passes to Livingston. Shot clock at 6. Here's Curry with the 3. Curry with another miss.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
Here's Crawford. He nails it, and we're tied up. Crawford's got 5 points in the quarter.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. Yeah, and that's his first 3 of the half. There may be more in store.
Paul dishes to Bullock. Offensive rebound. Udo. And it's Paul penetrating. Banked in off the glass.
Clutch basket there to shave points off this lead. And I'll tell you what, the later we get into this game, the more they need him attacking the basket.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
You know, one story that didn't get a lot of press last season, 2 days after the Bledsoe trade had been given the go-ahead, the ownership tried to back out of it. The trade was already public news, and Doc Rivers actually threatened to quit before their ownership backed out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Lee's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. Up again. And Udo with the stuff.
Tell you what, they're going to have to do a better job of boxing this fella out than that.
No one between him and the hoop. You're right, Clark.
Yeah, put-back slams are not what you want to be giving up if you're the defense.
And for J.J. Redick, that shakeup must have been tough. His contract with the Clippers was contingent on the trade.
And Kevin, reportedly, Doc Rivers leaned on ownership pretty hard, saying, hey, I shook hands on this. Don't make me look bad here. Our reputation's at stake. It all worked out, but a reminder of the Clippers' rather dysfunctional past.
Curry's shot is off.
That was not a simple rebound. He made it look easy, but he did a good job in bodying up his man.
Here's Iguodala. Oh,
are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great. Clark and Steve, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
Man, I think that total could rise, Clark, because 2 evenly matched teams playing a tough game.
Here's Jordan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
And they continue to run and gun throughout the game, guys.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Ball again is Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Paul is doubled. Right wing. Passes it to Barnes. He feeds it to Crawford. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 1. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Green is checked in for Golden State. Iguodala's drive. Alley-oop try. The rejection by Paul. A second chance effort. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Tremendous output from Iguodala. He has 20 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Well, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work there.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. The score is tied at 60. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. David Lee checked in for Draymond Green. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And they've really done a nice job on the glass, too. A lot of second chance points here tonight.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
Mulligan, it's Curry. Iguodala outside. From downtown. Again, Curry missing.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all. Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Crawford kicks to Griffin.
Oh, get it! Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
Taking a technical foul here is the last thing you want to do. That was just flat out stupid.
Warriors, Jamal Crawford. One shot.
Free throw good, Crawford.
And that ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
It's stolen by Bogut. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And Chris Paul picks up the foul.
Klay Thompson. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That narrows the lead down to just 3. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that jump.
No reason not to be.
Might as well remove all doubt, right?
So the Clippers with the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve, and Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin.